2022. And, you know, we all have our, well, we don't all, but New Year's resolutions are still in progress now, right? We're kind of sticking to them. I cleaned off my desk, and if Steve were here, he would laugh, but my desk, it was kind of gross. I just make piles, and I'm like, oh, the pile's there, I know what's in the pile. And I took everything off the desk and cleaned it and like recycled things, and that was like a New Year's resolution. And then I cleaned out my inbox, all the old emails, and I was like, I'm starting the year with a clean slate, right? And that's a resolution. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm glad I did it. But in yoga, there's something like it's resolution adjacent, but it's not really the same thing. It's called san culpa. So san is of the heart, and culpa refers to a long, long time. So it's a heartfelt intention that you have over a very long time. It's like your life's work, or something that you've come here to realize, or achieve's not really the right word, but to live into. And resolutions, Sankalpa is supposed to be freeing. It removes restrictions so that you can live your fullest life. Whereas resolution is restriction, right? So if I want to follow along with that clean desk thing, I have to put some discipline on myself. Like, don't just leave that sitting there. Or if I, want to lose weight, or I want to exercise more, or whatever it is, it takes discipline. And there's something wrong with that. In yoga, we call that tapas, or effort, and that's needed to make change. But where resolution is restrictive, sankalpa is freeing, because as we start to know what it is that we're here to do, we become free to live our most peaceful, joyous, easy, loving lives. And that's the idea behind it. And sometimes we don't know that. Like, what is my sankalpa? And that's why coming to your mat is so helpful, in that it centers you into that place in your heart eventually that is clear. And you just know. It's not something you have to discipline yourself into, but rather something you have to open yourself into. So that's the invitation today, to devote yourself. If you know what your sankalpa is, what this life is about, just send some energy there. Free yourself into that, as if it already is. That's the other thing about sankalpa. It already is right now. It's not, I will keep my desk clean, but rather, my desk is clean. And if you don't know, just be devoted to leaving the space open so that you can be clear on what it is. Our first asana will be lying down, if you want to start out lying down, or you can start out seated. And eyes open or closed, whatever is more comfortable. Start to pay attention to your body. What does the body need right now? Pay attention to your breath. Perhaps lengthening the inhale and the exhale in such a way that you're not forcing it to do that. You are allowing it to do that. Relaxing around the breath. Notice any kind of congestion in your mind or your heart, and without making it wrong, just be aware of it. And if you have a sankalpa that you would like to devote your practice to, let it arise within the space of the heart. And if you don't, let the space be there. I'd like to share with you one of the Radiant Sutras. Worship does not mean offering flowers. It means offering your heart to the vast mystery of the universe. It means letting your heart pulse with the life of the universe, without thought and without reservation. It means being so in love that you are willing to dissolve and be recreated in every moment.